Annoh Dompreh na pempemetutui. He was using shamelessly. And the Obika Jen says silly or Dimrika Parliament acquire report or chain. Akoshe eye Vietnam suit to be and nice and antabe say on TSC. Somebody has spoken to him that he's silly. You see how foolish these people are. NDC for the Bumubi. You think power is easy. 99% of you MPs in Parliament muni idea. MPP for no na mujo say nyina Jimmy Ohun such a ma to me ni abronyamo. Annoh Dompreh catcher John Mahama who was an ex-president. Bra John Mahama bo. Annoh Dompreh kwasi ampenyu onbo mu half. Onem ma akura wo a onje Annoh Dompreh kwasi awe. Kwasi awe catch the Ghana for say on the stage say John Mahama is a curse. Amanfoka said this is too strong. Apologize. Kwasi ampen na pempe metutu akwo spray na pempe say onye Annoh Dompreh or say he's not going to apologize. The lady told you are just silly. And the lady being a lady came back to you and said, I'm sorry. We were all angry. Things were not done right. So we were all speaking. So I'm sorry. Kwasi ampen you wako parliament say the apology is not enough. Abuofunu ema onu omukwo wo so aponche ema na wanje no. And this fool who refused to even apologize to John Mahama after saying those things today is in parliament fooling himself. Osemetiami muadie. MPP for listen to them, these crooks.
I've served on this committee for more than 2 terms. And I must say that I'm highly affected by the accusations and the perception out there that we have been found to be taking monies from nominees before approving their nomination. And I think I must say that I'm seriously hurt by this continuous occurrence of such accusations. And as a group, the minority, I feel that in order to protest and purge ourselves of this accusation, it is very important that we call off the vetting now. Because for the simple reason that members of this committee for this particular term are not just any group of people. Most of us are the leadership of the party, of the parliament, and it is very important that we purge ourselves of that accusation before.
Hear this. Yes, your friend, Madam PJ, on an parliament in MPP in Kwasi Adom Yenina or Yedibi, Unimza. She has been in parliament for over 20 years. In Kwasi Adom MPP passing in not a parliament. Yeah. Today she's so disappointed. The accusation, we need to purge ourselves. Chairman is watching a page here. Chairman is say, shut up, tomorrow we will purge ourselves. Why are you disappointed? Into the delay defense ministers and the minister and the veteran. No. Look at these people, they have no principles. They do politics with everything. Oh yeah, oh yeah, penny for such a very honorable woman. Diabolic mind. Na adwinimuno. Yen say bibia. Mama yen veti o mane bo amade yen delay no. Na wabetena hono no akwa punch agi sika wo. Every single minute or two we makeup or the gold bar to no. Every minute be yutuanika or catch say yen tu sheda. Because ye Jimmy taxpayer ne gina krom and a reaction no and ono akobodi 10,000 Ghana and an magua bruchiri and we front to my affair and wakana and we twin ni mabetena say ye Jimmy yen postpone or china yen sentuanika. You just don't understand these people. You just don't understand them. Morally, sometimes you ask yourselves, now I buy a 2 minute moji and what they are doing. This is an MPP woman. They are called so e-levy, COVID-19 tax, Ninja Ojina Parliament, I say, and she's very hurt because Oliver can't say, Minti Yenjai BBA and Yan Chain, Yanni Oliver Casavia and Oliver Wine. Who the hell is Oliver? So we should stop everything. Why shakasok when you futata when you say at your age, what you would nim chance a Ghana most beautiful. I bet now say you are hurt. Into Yenjai. So the taxpayer will still be paying you. Not defense minister designate, no. Yeah, man in coffee. Yeah, man, when you're in coffee. I didn't tell you, so I can't say me. Purge parliament. It is not my job to purge parliament. It is parliament's job to purge parliament. And the chairman said, tomorrow, you will get to the bottom of it. So what's your problem? Diabolic ideas. Bonnie. That's why I say, you don't treat the NPP as a group am I ready to serve. These are diabolic people. Sanko for more opportunity. Now, Muntia Kromfo.
We care, but I also want to ask you a question. The first allegation was directed at your side, majority side, and then the chair was robbed in. Is it the case that you don't care about your reputation? But don't forget, this is an institution. Parliament. Parliament has been impugned. We don't even have a basis to sit here. You are told you are corrupt. You've been taking money from nominees before you sit, before you approve. And then, shamelessly, you still come and sit. Oh, yes. I'm speaking in context. You still come and sit.
Honorable member, please withdraw the word shamelessly and proceed.
Well,
withdraw. Please withdraw.
I said in a certain context, but if it's the case that is offensive, it's withdrawn. You have been accused. You are being discussed in the media as taking bribe. And you don't find it offensive. And you say that we should forgive. We won't get to the bottom of it. We should still come and sit here and behave as the ostrich. Nothing is happening, and we go ahead. We in the minority side will not support you to do this. We won't inflict further pains on Parliament. We have suffered.
See this silly boy. He's not even an MP yet. His seat still has some contention on it. See this silly boy. Now, Pempemu pa and was sprinting at his age. See this silly boy. Silly boy. Speaks anyhow. Like they feel so entitled at his age. Now, Pempemu pa. And where you shape our phone always spring fin. And so talk already them at his age. Such a silly boy. They feel so entitled. We have to listen to them. Because yeah, MPP for a minority. When these people got opportunity, see this silly boy. See him. See how he's exhibiting the highest form of silliness. See this silly boy. And he wants to prove like he's intelligent. Such a silly boy. Can I pimp him? At your age, you pimp him up. And now this prayer found.
We care, but I also want to ask you a question. The first allegation was directed at your side, majority side, and then the chair was robbed in. Is it the case that you don't care about your...
They can't take care of themselves. They want to take care of Ghana. These people cannot even take care of themselves. Such a silly boy. So if somebody has leveled allegations against Parliament, and Parliament has a duty to perform, we should stop everything and wait for that allegation at the end of the day to be heard before Parliament works. These are the same people who keep telling us, oh, NDC is stopping government business. These are silly boys. Silly boy. In Sawam, if we wanted to go down and see the things you did, your people shooting somebody to kill that person, do you think you will be sitting in Parliament today? But even though we know your people and you yourself were involved in a crime, that somebody was shot at your constituency, which investigation is ongoing because it's an allegation, we cannot say that because of that nobody should represent in Sawam. And silliness. Such a silly boy making silly statement out of silly group. And the silliness that attached to that silliness attached to his silliness is so sillinessness. Such a silly character. The silliness, the silliness in his sillinessness, it does not even make sense. Such a silly character. Silly boy. And we entertain these things. Now, I'm not sure I here for the chairman of the committee. When Joe Wise was the chairman, time and MPP were power at the committee. Yeah, when they were vetting NDC MPP time. Yeah.
The rules, or else I'll go past you and call other people. Mr. Chairman, I think that I have to make it clear that I am not happy with the way that I am treated on this committee. Mr. Chairman, I want it on record that I never impugned ill motives to the nominee. I simply referred to scandals and sought to find out how he left the bank, so we assure ourselves that he had no role in those scandals because a vice president was held responsible and he also left as vice president. I never impugn ill motive. I never accuse him, and I would like that to be on record that I am not happy about the way you have treated me on this committee.
Honorable Suhini, you're not ready to ask the question. I'll move on
to my next question.
No, I've ruled you out. I'm asking another person too.
What kind of rudeness is this?
Honorable Cabo.
What kind of rudeness is this?
Honorable Cabo.
You see, this is when they were, they were in power. Please, let me plead with you. I'm here for. If you cannot do the job, walk home. I just have what I know say. Sala cap etitwo ne nim se moko. What in kwasema na oka? Somebody's asking questions. Joe Wise, one was a chairman's abonsu. Mu fia so mo hye canopy we yase hwe mo ho. O say chairman's Joe Wise. Na kuma nye ye the pacemaker hye ho. $500,000. Parliament sika na tam dem akwase ampanyi we. And obeka cho so papa mobra. Now what better now say I'm pleading with you. You are pleading with who? Did you hear Joe Wise? He cut him off. Munya tumi ana mudidi nkwasi asema NDC for na mo pese mo please your hini bia mo pese mo please your hima bia mo pese mo please sofu bia na yase san kwasi asema de chechire man. Sometimes you need to be crazy to get what you want. Ain't I here for? Tomorrow you'll be watching you. That thing must stop. These are they are insignificant. This minority, they are insignificant. We don't need to hear from them. These should be taped. These people, their mouths should be taped for Ghanaians to listen to the NDC. Today you are sitting there pleading with them. And it's not like we have a hung parliament. We have a minority that is supposed to stay home and babysit their girlfriends' children. We have a minority who are supposed to be sitting at home and babysitting people's kids. These are twerps who don't have any relevance to our political discourse now, our governance system now. They don't play any role. So why do you give them the opportunity to misbehave sillinessly? Because Annoh Dompreh, he was using shamelessly. And the Obikajan says silly or Dimrikako Parliament acquire report or chain. In his statement, in front of Parliament, in front of his colleagues, he was telling his colleagues that they are shameless. But somebody just told this silly drunk that you are silly. Not the Mirikako Parliament. Mr. No Akwejina Parliament. That's what he was saying in Parliament today.
A lady I have never met in my life. Only later to be told she's called Victoria Emefa Herdcastle, who is the acting chief executive officer for the Petroleum Commission. Speaker, I didn't say a word to her. I didn't provoke her in any way. Suddenly, insults were being hurled at me. Silly, stupid, useless. At a point, I thought they were referring to somebody. I turned. Well, if you doubt it, listen to me. When I'm done, the video is all over social media. Speaker, I felt abused.
Please address me.
Speaker, with the greatest of respect, I felt very abused. And there, I felt, how can a man be killed in his own backyard? Even if there should be any crucifixion, the crucifixion should not be done in my own house.
You hear the nonsense going on in Ghana. On what in our parliament committee, you guys say NDC forum to me is shameless. Somebody tells him he's a silly boy. Or the parliament, wakoshe eye Vietnam suit to be iron and nice and antabe, you know, say on TSC. Somebody has spoken to him that he's silly. You see how foolish these people are. You don't engage such idiots. Yeah? Mame Cho how foolish the NPP is. And why are here for? And yet NDC for na munim to be handle power. NDC for na mubi. You think power is easy. Do you know how you got this power? You have no idea. You people have no idea how you got this power. 99% of you MPs in parliament, muni idea. You have no idea. Muni an iota of idea how you got to parliament. 99% of you, the NDC MPs, you don't have an idea. So do not. Mamu Nyama Hajiri said you are going to try and treat this as a normal thing. Don't. If God had not given way, kamunya power way da. It is only Allah and otin enimu chiremo. Ayo nyankopon the tin enimu and things empire ni pebi omakoma to from eboma echire nyankopon otin enimu chiremo. Kamunya power da. And so you people get the power. Now Mumubi Moji say it is just yaba parliament. You think it's easy? Munkobu se Kufuado. Have you seen a Kufuado? When you go see Huno, when maybe all. Do you think it's easy? But just at the form sana. Do not underestimate what you have today. Muma nyankopon who say munim nyansa na man kutadu odama muye ojia you never have it again. This Annoh Dompreh kwasi ampenyi we. Remember the story. Do you remember the story? Annoh Dompreh ekache Mahama say he's a curse on Ghana. Kwasi awe. Amfen Annoh Dompreh. And the original parliament so be catching so silly. He was told to apologize or say apologize. Said that. Annoh Dompreh kwasi ampenyi we. Na mo tete Ghana na mo just say ana mo MPP for na mo just say nyina ye Jimmy Ohun. Such a man to me abronyamu. Annoh Dompreh kache John Mahama, who was an ex-president. Obra John Mahama bo. Annoh Dompreh kwasi ampenyi ombo mu half. One makura wo onje Annoh Dompreh kwasi awe. Annoh Dompreh obra John Mahama bo na brabom. Annoh Dompreh mbo mu kota. Kwasi awe kache Ghana for say on the stage say John Mahama is a curse. Amavoka said this is too strong. Apologize. Kwasi ampenyi na pempem tutu akọ spray na pempem say onye. Annoh Dompreh or say he's not going to apologize. This fool. Akwawi. People told him, I'm sorry, where is this I don't know where this audio is coming from. Yeah. People told this guy that apologize for your statement. Or say, oh yeah, for telling Ghanaians to vote for John Mahama. John Mahama will be a curse on this nation. Kwasi Atoko Jida Parliament says, Speaker, even the lady apologized after that altercation with him. Or say, apology is not enough. Or apology is not enough. The lady told you are just silly. And the lady, being a lady, came back to you and said, I'm sorry. We were all angry. Things were not done right. So we were all speaking. So I'm sorry. Kwasi Ampenyi Wako Parliament said, the apology is not enough. Abuofunu. And this fool who refused to even apologize to John Mahama after saying those things, today is in parliament fooling himself. Such a silly character. Your silliness is out of salinity. Such as a silly raccoon. You act like a silly boy and you have shown it. Who did Mikako Parliament? Do you people respect Parliament? Do you now respect Alban Bagman? You idiots followed Afenyo Makin to Supreme Court. Alban Bagbin was sitting there. Namu refuse o epenyini kwasiafo. Twerps. Silly characters. You are a silly boy, foolishly exhibiting silliness in public to silify your solidity. Yes, you have concretized your silliness. Now ubu Alban Bagbin. Udim say penyini wo fie. Bet me take a decision amount. Bet me make sure say the right thing is done. And I'm gonna kwasi asa like Supreme Court, you know. You people, you forget yourselves easily. And anything I make catch NDC for. Nobody hates NDC in New Ghana. We are all brothers and sisters. We need to build. But we cannot build with foolish people. So the NPP, whatever they bring on board does not matter. They are too stupid to be part to build a nation. No, Jimmy, because at least you have more opportunity in Jimmy here. And Yansafo cannot reason with a Jimmy 4. So do not give them the room to exhibit their silliness. These are silly people, such a silly boy. Now, my men chiremo adikudientia. These kind of NPP for some more, and I am one person. I'll fight against fake news all my life. Now, on say, Akwa we have some see parliament, and they were quick to run to parliament. Adaya, Obia didi, watem, Obia didi, Obia kachre. Annoh Dompreh or silly. Today we saw Parliament taking action against Oliver. Now, when it comes to Parliament institution, in conform nyina kasa under Oliver Semono, Madam Appiah, I'm sending this to you. Obi to say Annoh Dompreh, Obi to say Afenyomarkin, the pedophile defender, and in the NPP, the Sicilian minority, the micro, insignificant, daft minority. Now, I want to send a message to you. And this is an exercise. Alban Bagbin is going to be petitioned. Because after the Afenyomarkin, Oliver Assembly, this is what Afenyomarkin said. Afenyomarkin said, it's a notorious fact that Oliver Baker Vamawo is a member of the NDC fraternity. What it means is that you, that is the majority members, have done something as he claims, but we, the minority, share in that liability with you. What you say? So I'm for Afenyomarkin, and a small kind of committee want to say, Asema Oliver Kayano, or catch the MDC for say, Omunomo Yakron 40. Kwasia we also a minority leader. We know the mobile power. Ti Assembly see no. Onunya opportunity to speak no. Or see obi anim say Oliver ye NDC ni. Asem na okan no, or ka fa mo NDC form because mu ye wifo. Na emom no, ye nyina parliamentarians nti en na ya be join mu say Oliver asem na okan na enya no kore. Sa na okan brofo a kire. Do te brofo kire no kan kire me. Kwasi ampanyi we asem obi na no kan o parliament nde. Vetting committee no. Say Oliver obi anim so ye NDC ni. Asem na okan na de e no kore because we direct asem na mamo NDC for. Na emom ye ne mo parliament nti na yaka say okay, de waka na nye. Inti indirectly no or catch the NDC for say mumu ye for Oliver asem na okan na no kore. Kwasi away. Now you see, they be catch the NDC for say this NPP omo ye disease. But when NPP NDC for be you don't understand politics. But you say onuya de politics mo bobo dam mumu bi. Mojin say odo ene de politics. Mo adwene ebi mo adwene bi mo bi mo adwene nya adwuma. Ye de nia din na ye politics. Ye mfa nua nya politics. Kwasi asema akwa wetina okan no, asema ogina ho kan no. Now, there's something I've always said. One person in Ghana I will always protect with my platform. And I have not shied away. Every time there is an opportunity to criticize that person is Speaker Alban Bagbin, and I have done it several times. And every day, Misaka, I will use my platform and the opportunity I've gotten to defend him anytime I think he needs to be defended. I will do it. And I will not let a Ghanaian, me ma Ghana ni be antenna radio so on TV so and denigrate the Speaker of Parliament. Because today, when you go on the internet and you Google Alban Bagbin, there are a lot of things that come up. Some of them are appalling. They go against his integrity. And I'm listening. And I've been watching. And this particular segment goes to the NDC MPs and also people who are willing to petition the speaker, because we as a people, this matter needs to go to Parliament for Parliament to decide whether it is worth discussing or not. The Speaker of Parliament, he is the number 3 in this country. He needs to be protected. Every single statement we make about the Speaker, it should equally be respected like we are making a statement against about the President. So if you sit in Ghana, now say the Speaker of Parliament who can represent the President as the President, some people deliberately decide so good anymore. Some people decide to say, it will be on the internet to destroy the credibility, because I was here when a whole Washington Post journalist called me to ask me, is it true that the Speaker of Parliament of Ghana has taken $50 million bribe? Yes. All because they were doing some work and they were researching about the Speaker of Parliament, and then they wanted to invite the Speaker for some speech at Congress. And a colleague journalist who works with the Washington Post called me and I said, what is the problem? See, we have been searching the Speaker of Parliament in Ghana. We have seen some videos about him. Is it true? Can you confirm? And I'm catching him say, what have you seen about him? Because I know he's an honorable man. He has not taken money. He has never been maligned. He has never been seen. There are no records of anybody saying, Alban Bag bin akwaje bribe. Nobody in Ghana can come out and say that. But for somebody to sit on social media, and not just on social media, on a radio station that belongs to an individual who calls himself a responsible citizen, and that radio station that is recognized by the National Media Commission and the NCA, that radio station to say something like that, a journalist to say something like that, then that person needs to prove it beyond reasonable doubt. Because I know Alban Babin cannot go out there searching for all the stories about him. But we as citizens, we as Ghanaians, we as NDC MPs, and I'm expecting an NDC MP to raise this matter in Parliament, because the integrity of Alban Bagbin is very dear and important to all of us as Ghanaians.